Tonight, we give you the latest on the Spokane High School shooting.
We also take a look at the ongoing debate over free speech on campus.
And we spotlight a nationally ranked program on campus. This is Murrow News 8.
From Studio B on the campus of Washington State University, this is Pullman's only nightly newscast. This is
And I'm Majestic Storm. We have just learned that the shooter at Freeman High School south of Spokane was reportedly seeing a therapist for suicidal thoughts after being bullied. The shooting left 1 dead and 3 injured. Reporters say sophomore Sam Strahan approached the shooter after one of the 2 guns jammed. Strahan was then shot twice. The shooter says that he was not going on any specific targets, but wanted to teach people a lesson about what happens when they bully people. The guns he used in this attack were taken from his father's safe, in which he had the access code. The sheriff says they hope to try the shooter as an adult.
WSU students are vocalizing their opinions and their right to an opinion. Shannon Hecht explains how the First Amendment is a hot topic not only around the nation, but here on campus.
The president of Washington State University is working on how to deal with the demands of the students who staged a sit-in inside one of the administrative buildings. One of those demands is to have a stronger stance against speech that is discriminatory or offensive, better known as hate speech. Other students see this demand as unconstitutional and organized a free speech rally.
So most of what those students wanted, we had no problem with. However, they're wanting to have hate speech have a separate definition and be banned from campus, we felt was unacceptable.
The Young Democrats group released a statement before the rally saying they could not support what they say is an abuse of free speech. I spoke with the communication director of the group, Jessica Dew. She read a statement from the group saying, "We disavowed and abstained from attendance of the event, knowing some of its attendees weakened the argument from free speech by abusing it." Professor Beth Heineman teaches media law here at WSU. She says there are situations of discrimination, but outlawing hate speech is unconstitutional.
And we need to talk about that, and we need to protect people. And people do need to feel safe in their learning environment, because you can't learn if you don't feel safe. But there's a difference between feeling safe or being safe and being not offended.
President Schulz and the school board will decide in the coming weeks on how to respond to the demands. Despite the smoke making it hard to breathe, the Young Americans for Liberty came out today to the WSU Mall to have their voices heard. In Pullman, I'm Shannon Hecht.
One college at WSU is making headlines as they've moved up in the U.S. News and World's Report ranking. Austin Getz explains what they've done to deserve the rise in the rankings.
Washington State University is well known for having a diverse student body from around the world. This is on display every time a group of 300 students or more pile into Todd Auditorium for lecture. But in another part of Todd Hall, the Carson College of Business is impacting diversity in another way through its undergraduate international business program.
We have been ranked for the past 20 plus years, and the only thing that I was hoping is that we were going to be as good or better as last year.
The hopes of Jessica Castleman, who is the Associate Dean for the International Programs, have been answered. The undergraduate international business program made the jump to 14th overall in the country, 6th overall in terms of public schools. The undergraduate program ranked 15th overall last year.
And I knew that we had been doing certain things to improve our program, and seeing that we were able to do that, even if it's by 1 point, it was pretty significant, so we're pretty excited.
The Carson College already leads the university in the number of students studying abroad per year and offers programs led by faculty on 4 continents. However, Castleman says that one of the barriers students face when considering studying abroad is cost. Thankfully, she says, the alumni of Carson College is ready to help.
They really want to commit money for students to study abroad. I think that with that help, we might be able to have more students going that in the past would have said, there's no way, I cannot do it because of money. So,
international business has been a staple of the Carson College for more than 25 years, and now with the accolades to match, they'll set their sights on the next 25. Austin Getz, Murrow News 8.
A group of news organizations led by the AP News are suing the Washington state legislature to gain access to lawmakers' work-related information. Lawmakers claim they are not legally obligated to release the information due to a change made decades ago to public records law. The lawsuit states that the Washington House and Senate are withholding hundreds of important records such as daily schedules, emails, and texts, depriving the public of information that is essential to knowing what is going on those state of government.
When we come back, Democrats say they have reached a deal with the president on immigration.
Also, the locations for the next few Olympics have been announced. President Donald Trump says on Thursday that he was close to a deal with Democratic congressional leaders on protections for illegal immigrants brought to the United States as children. Trump said any final agreement must include border security measures, including surveillance systems. The final agreement will not include funding for his planned walls. Along the U.S.-Mexican border, Senate and House members are still pushing for a decision. This potential deal is drawing interest from Democratic and Republicans alike.
These were discussions, not negotiations. There isn't an agreement, and it's very clear, and I want to make this clear over and over again. If we don't fix the problems we have with border security and enforcement, and we would only fix DACA, we're going to have another DACA problem a decade from now. That's the symptom of the problem, so let's fix both. And I think people are beginning to understand that our position has not changed, and it's going to stay the same. And more importantly, I think people understand this. It's totally common sense.
The deal will protect nearly 800,000 immigrants brought illegally to this country as kids who benefited from former President Barack Obama's DACA program. For the first time in 100 years, the Summer Olympics will be held in Paris. The French capital will host the 2024 Olympics after Los Angeles representatives withdrew their bid. Los Angeles will now host the Summer Games in 2028 after the International Olympics Committee guaranteed funding assistance for the summer. It will be the third time the Games will be held in each city, but it is the first time that the International Olympics Committee simultaneously awarded Olympic Games in modern history.
When we return, I will give you the 5-day forecast so you know what to expect for your weekend weather.
And we touch on the ongoing effects of Hurricane Irma.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
Majestic, I could feel the fall in the air today. Will temperatures continue to drop this weekend?
That's right, Austin. That's exactly what you should expect for the rest of the week and into this weekend. Let's first take a look outside right now and what we're currently seeing. It's partly cloudy. We did reach a high of only 66 today, so not too bad. Tomorrow, as you prepare to head out the door, expect some chilly temperatures with temperatures starting at 53, but later on it will get a little bit warmer, but not too much, only reaching a high of 63. Now looking at our state map, you can see over in eastern Washington, it was an okay day. Spokane did reach a high of 70, Pullman 66. And now let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. You can see that as the week progresses, it is going to get much cooler over the week and expect a high of 66 on Saturday. But as we head into next week, prepare for some showers as we will expect rain Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
President Trump took a first-hand tour of the devastation in Hurricane Irma today and promised Florida residents that he will do whatever it takes to rebuild the state. As of today, about 2.7 million homes and businesses are without power, and state officials have raised the death toll from 7 to 12. The president was joined by First Lady Melania Trump and Vice President Mike Pence as they saw the wreckage from Irma in a neighborhood in Naples. Many residents will remain swamped and without electricity for several days to come.
We'll be right back.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course.
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
No more pencils, no more books.
No more teachers, dirty looks.
School's out for summer.
What this place needed was better graduation rates. So we worked with schools like Henry Ford High, and now they're up 18%.
To help us do more good this year, go to unitedway.org, because great things happen when we live united.
The case of a monkey taking a selfie has finally been resolved. The People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals and photographer David Slater reached a settlement in the dispute over who owns the right to a selfie of a monkey. Under this agreement, Slater will donate 25% of any future revenue derived from using or selling the monkey selfie to charities that protect the crested habitat in Indonesia. The photograph was taken in 2011 by a 7-year-old crested macaque named Murrow.
Well, you know, Majestic, what they say about monkeys taking selfies.
What, Austin?
That's bananas. Big game coming up this weekend. WSU taking on Oregon State on Saturday, 2:30.
Yes, I will be there.
Hopefully the weather isn't too bad. Smoke's coming back, though. That's not good. So we could have maybe no game at all, depending on how bad the smoke gets.
You know, I don't think it's going to get that bad. I think mostly just prepare for those chilly temperatures. Make sure you grab a coat and maybe even a mask if you need it. But let's cheer on those Cougs.
Absolutely, always cheering on our Cougs and always cheering on our monkeys taking selfies. Tomorrow we will have a sports show where we will be discussing all the latest in Cougar and national sports. So that'll be very entertaining.
Yeah, I'm excited. Everyone loves the sports, right?
Absolutely. And that's the news. Thanks for joining us on Murrow News 8.
You can also, well, I mean, you can always join us tomorrow. So the weather was pretty chilly today, Austin. It finally is starting to feel like fall, and I know a lot of people are excited for that, some people not so excited, but personally, I love the fall.
I like fall because it symbolizes things like football and pumpkin spice lattes and things like that, so I really enjoy it for that reason. The temperatures, I could say with a couple more 85 to 90 degrees days, but all things considered,